If there is one thing that I really enjoy doing while playing the Dark Pictures, it's discovering cross-game references and admiring how all the games are interconnected on some level. Easter eggs in the anthology act as clues or teasers for upcoming games. Some Easter eggs may hint at the next game's premise, setting, cast of characters, just about anything. That said, since the stories of the Dark Pictures are based on real-life history and lore, there are some Easter eggs that hint at three themes that aren't confirmed to be in the anthology according to the list of leaked trademarks for Season 2. These are the supposed Japanese game, the famous Mothman game, and one about the Bermuda Triangle. Secrets in the Dark Pictures can be hidden in many different and creative ways. One of the easiest Easter eggs to miss are the ones that are tucked within the game's dialogue. You need to pay real close attention when you're hunting for clues because you may never know that the first game of the anthology could tease the plot of future games, maybe ones that aren't Dark Pictures. And because of that, anything could be an Easter egg. Let's talk about the potential games set in Japan. So far, there are only two hints throughout the series. The first one can be found in none other than Man of Medan. If you manage to get Alex and Julia together in chapter depths, there will be a moment where Alex sarcastically asks Julia, what if they went to Japan for vacation instead? At first, this might come across as a trivial line of dialogue, not until more references to Japan were mentioned for the last time in Little Hope. In Chapter Ruined, behind the newspaper about the tragic Clark family house fire, is a reference to the Winter Olympics that took place in Hokkaido, Japan. Supermassive loves basing their games with real-life lore, and the Olympics did happen in real life in Hokkaido's capital city, Sapporo. And interestingly, it was held during 1972, the same year where the house fire happened. So, do I think we will get a game set in Japan? Honestly, I don't have a straight answer. Supermassive loves their horror. That's why they made the anthology in the first place, to have fun exploring its different subgenres. Asian horror is a very popular genre, and I don't see Supermassive passing on the opportunity. I just don't think we're getting an Asian horror game anytime soon though. Next, let's talk about the Mothman game. Before I discuss this one, I just want to say that the Butterfly Effect podcast are the first ones to bring up this theory. All of the Easter eggs that I will mention were already talked about and analyzed by them. I do recommend watching their videos first if you want to know more. Link to their channel is in the description. So for this section, I'm just going to express my thoughts on the evidence, if they're strong or if I have my own personal theories. The earliest hint of a potential Mothman game first appeared in House of Ashes, hidden in Salim's full name. If you combine Othman with the last letter of Salim, you get Mothman. It's a rather silly Easter egg and it could just be a coincidence, but I thought about it. So I began researching the name and I discovered that Othman is a very peculiar surname for someone who lives in Iraq. Because this spelling originated from Germany, there is a version of the surname that is commonly used in Turkey, Egypt, and Persia, and it's odd that the writers decided to go with this one. The next two hints can be found in Supermassive's latest blockbuster, The Quarry. Printed on Abigail's shirt is a moth. She wears a belt that says the number 59, and if you search for Bible quotes about moths, verse Isaiah 59 appears, which mentions a moth. Nick wears a shirt that says Mannington, which is in West Virginia, the place where the legend of the Mothman began and spread like wildfire. This is by far the most convincing evidence that we will get a game about the Mothman. Personally, I do believe that this might be our collaboration game with Dead by Daylight. Here's my theory. You see, in Dead by Daylight, every new chapter introduces you to new survivors and killers. It's surface level knowledge. The Japanese game doesn't seem to be hinting at a new killer, and we'll discuss the Bermuda Triangle after this one. So far, the Mothman is our only known threat, and I predict that it could be our killer for the Dead by Daylight collaboration. And finally, we're at the Bermuda Triangle. At first, I was only gonna mention that one cheesy Yo Mama joke from Joey where he literally mentions the Bermuda Triangle. But remember, anything can be an Easter egg, and I remembered an interesting line of dialogue from The Quarry that no one talks about. At the very start of Chapter 2, Emma makes an homage to the film Alive, where a plane carrying a rugby team crashes into some mountains and begins cannibalizing to survive. What is the Bermuda Triangle known for? Making ships and planes disappear? This theory might be radical, but I think that the homage may hint that we might get a game where the premise is about a plane crashing and it's gonna be set in the Bermuda Triangle. It's just the perfect match. So, this is my first video for Pride Month, and since it is Pride, I'm gonna be making a lot of content for you guys to celebrate the month. My next video will be about analyzing all the Directive 8020 Easter eggs, and maybe a smasher path with all the guy characters. Actually, that's a perfect video for Pride Month. I'll put that into consideration. So anyways, I hope you guys find this video helpful, and if you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and follow my Twitter to be notified for future videos. And that's it guys. See you in the next video. Bye everyone.